coffee shop, Mr. Coffee Shop.
Oh, remember that, the hamburgers we used to go there and get that we weren't allowed to eat there?
Yes.
We had a 3 weeks training program, and I remember being scared of Miss Young and Mrs. Redinger. I thought I was in the Army. I thought, oh, I can't do this. But after a while, it just all, it was just wonderful. I was close, everybody was close, and started working on 8 South, and that's where I've been for the last 40 years.
I would come in just to have coffee in the morning with the painters, housekeepers, and a few of the other people that worked here, so we could catch up on the morning news every morning.
One thing I remember is this instructor telling me to go in and tell this patient he had to take a shower. Well, on my 3rd trip, I thought he's going to throw me out. And I went to crying. So she took me into the room and she says, Mrs. Ingalls, she said, don't take that personal. That man has got cancer. And after that, I think that really helped me to understand people when they're in here.
Betty is a very calm person and delivers excellent care to the patients.
I know when I was younger, I used to work at the VA as a volunteer, and I'd always say, hey, when I get old enough, I'm going to work at Oakwood. And sure enough, I did.
To sum up Betty's character, I would definitely say that she was compassionate, does a wonderful job at work. She makes all the patients and their families feel comfortable.
You know, you're working with people, they're not machineries. You treat them the way you would want to be treated, or if it was your family member laying in that bed.
One of the amazing things about Betty, in her 40 years at Oakwood Hospital, she has spent them all on 8 South. She started here, you know, right after high school. Oh, I'm giving away her age.
To describe, no. I would say just a hard worker who cares about her patients, who cares about her unit.
I work in the CV pre-op, and we mend broken hearts.
Literally, right?
And so the next day when I come in, I go next door and look at them, and they're up in a chair and doing well, and it's just amazing to see how fast they recover.
First impression of Nell is that she's just a great person. She downloads all different varieties of music. She brings in her little boom box and she sets it up in the lounge. She burns CDs for the staff. So I think when she leaves Oakwood, she might become a little disc jockey.
I enjoy the people I work with. I work in the heart unit, and I work with a real nice bunch of nurses and doctors.
I think that what a new employee could learn from Nell is dedication to the job, to care about the job. It's not just a job, but it's about the people. And the patients that we take care of, and Nell puts them first. And I think that's the biggest lesson that somebody could learn from Nell.
There's a satisfaction of doing good patient care. It's not work to me.
Shirley is helpful, she's funny. Everyone loves Shirley, everyone likes Shirley, young or old.
My patients, I enjoy it. I can't say anything else, but I just enjoy what I do. And I'm a people person. I like talking to them. My coworkers, that's what keeps me coming back.
The residents in the 70s had to do EKGs. And Dr. Nachuk said that Shirley was very helpful. He was so glad she came along that she was training the doctors on how to do EKGs.
We had like a special bond. They would come in, we would have coffee in the morning, have peanuts and everything.
Shirley is the first person to do Holter monitors here, and we had patients who are elderly. She would go out to their vehicle and remove their Holter monitor for them so they wouldn't have to park, come back in. Shirley started following the credo before there was a credo. I believe that the credo was made because of Shirley's actions.
I think a job is what you make of it. I mean, you can come in with an attitude and you're going to be miserable.
Right.
And I come in with a smile, and I usually leave with one.
Nell, congratulations on your 40 years. I hope you hang around another 10 or 15 and you and I will walk out of here together. Good luck.
You can't have a bad attitude when you come to work. You have to have a good attitude. You have to help one another. You have to work as a team, or it could be a long, bad day.
Betty, thank you so much for your 40 wonderful years of dedication to Oakwood Hospital. You've been a great employee, and we hope for 40 more.
Come to work every day, do your job, you'll have a ball.
Congratulations, Shirley. And it's been a great 35 years, and your 40th anniversary. Enjoy every moment. You shine.
When I started as a pharmacy intern at Annapolis Hospital in 1968, things were a whole lot different. We didn't have computers, we had a manual typewriter, there were no generics. It was interesting.
We had mercury thermometers. You break it, you scoop it up and throw it away.
Yeah, you had get all these thermometers and shake it down after you took somebody's temperature, and then go on to the next room and do the same thing after you took their temperature. So you really end up with a bad after a while.
Ruth could be she could be your friend for life. She makes a friendship, it stays.
When I started here, we went by our last name, and we could paste it over the intercom. And a lot of people, you could mispronounce my last name. It wasn't really the right name to be called sometimes, so they called me Jake. 32 years for them to spell my name right on my paycheck.
People really don't realize the work that's involved in getting the supplies up to the floors. You know, it's like, well, if it's not here, then no one's, used a little magic wand to get it here. If I could describe Ruth, I'd say patience. She's very methodical. She knows how she's going to get something done when it's presented to her, and she just gets it done. Oh, it's a very small department. There's, I believe, a total of 5, including myself. So we're kind of like a little family. And you can think of Ruth as the crazy little aunt.
You gotta know the people, and you gotta go down the hall, you gotta smile and say hi to everybody. Visitors and employees.
Judy really is a phenomenal nurse and a great asset to Annapolis Hospital and the whole Oakwood organization.
I started at Oakwood, Maine when I was about 21, and I just was gonna go into nursing school, and I just wondered if I would really like working around sick patients and in a hospital and everything else. So I came and got a job, and it took me 25 years to go to nursing school, and then I've been here ever since.
Judy's very focused on her patients. She wants only the best for them. And if there's anything that is not the best for the patient, Judy will be the patient's advocate every time.
You know, I worked for a year down at Harper. There was not that sense of family. You went into work, you left. And here at Oakwood, it's not like that. I went back to Oakwood last year and was working a couple nights a week. And just going back there, it was like, oh, Judy, you're back. Are you going to stay?
John's got a great attitude. He's real big on customer service. You know, the nurses love him.
This young, bright-eyed, energetic pharmacy student from Ferris came in and looked very willing to work. And we were looking for a pharmacy intern to work during the summer and then also weekend during the winter.
It was a way to maintain my draft status at the time, let's put it that way. It turned into a lifetime profession.
It's funny, when I worked at Dearborn many years ago, somebody had come here and must have worked some extra shifts, and they said, you should see there's this pharmacist that works at Annapolis. He wears his Texas string tie.
Oh, John represents Oakwood because he's very much a team player. I mean, everybody knows John, whether it's the person sweeping the floor or the nurse, or the director of nursing. They all like him very much.
It's like a family. You got to know everybody, and it was a sense of like, some of it was personal accomplishment. If you don't know something, you ask, and there's always somebody willing to help you out. But don't forget, because you might not be able to ask twice.
John, congratulations on your 40-year anniversary. I hope that you stick around another 10 and go for 50, because I enjoy working with you.
John, it was a good thing 40 years ago when I hired you.
I used to be very quiet. Don't say anything, John. And, and now I'm not so quiet now.
Congratulations, Ruth, on 40 years with your little family.
Judy, I just congratulate you on your 40 years. I'm very proud of you. I'm so happy for you, and please stay with me a while longer.
I remember when I hired into Annapolis, right out of nursing school, and there was people in my orientation class that are still here. And it's nice to know that when I'm traveling down the hall at 3 o'clock in the morning with a patient, that I can see these people. And it's just nice, you keep coming back not just for the paycheck. I think you keep coming back to work every day because of the family that's here for you.